am coming to you. Oh, and Avalanche is coming to you tonight. He's going to be the co-host tonight. Hello, my name is Avalanche. I love walks and rides and food. Huh, that's what you love? So we're going to do another hat tonight. I got done with work early, even though it's dark out. This is early for me, so we're going to pick another free pattern by Premier Yarns, and we're going to break it down. And we'll see if we run into any trouble. So I am working on... Let's disconnect it. We'll bring it up close. Premier. It's called the Swirling Pebbles hat. It uses Premier Yarns Sweet Roll. Okay. Well, I don't have that right now. I have another Everyday Anti-Pilling from Deborah Norville collection. It's saying that we need an I9. 10 millimeter. Really? Okay. Seems like an awfully big crochet hook for a 4-weight, but alright. Let me just turn this down so you guys don't get so much background noise like last time. I'm going to insert a picture here of the pattern. This one was designed by Kathy Lashley of Elk Studio, and it's an intermediate pattern again, people. Swirling Pebbles hat. And you can, I'm going to paste the link right to Premiere. It's a free pattern, so I'm hoping that there's no problem in showing it, because everybody could look it up on Premiere's website anyways. So the first thing that I notice about this pattern is we're going to be working from the bottom of the hat up, which for me is the toughest one. So we'll see how we do. So we're going to chain 66 and join to the first chain by slip stitching to form a ring. We'll be back after that. Okay, so that took a while for that process for me. No. Mama's talking right now. You be quiet. Down. Okay. So I had to take that chain out 3 times because mine kept twisting. And that is the biggest problem I have with that style pattern. It's not my favorite way to do a hat. But here it is. It's finally 66 chains. Slip stitch to the first chain. Chain up 1. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch in this pattern. Then it asks you for the first round to a single crochet in each chain around and then join back up with a slip stitch. So that's what we did. That's the second round. Round 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all repeats, which is a chain 1. Then you're going to single crochet in the front loop for the next stitch, and then single crochet in the back loop. So you're alternating loops. So front loop only, back loop only, front loop only, back loop only. And that is for the next 5 rounds. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I'll come back when I get that part finished, and we'll go on to the next step. Hi everybody, it's Crystal. So I have completed rounds 1 through 6 on the hat. And then the next rounds are going to be all in half double crochet. Yay! Instead of single crochet. It was a little fiddly, the brim of this hat, because it was all in single crochets and it was all in specific loops. So front loop, back loop, front loop, back loop. Oh God, my hair looks awful. All right, so I'll show you what the brim looks like. I'll turn you around. Okay, so here's the brim of the hat. Let's let it refocus. So see all the front loop, back loop work? That creates this interesting texture here. So let's read our next steps. So round 7, it's chain 1, half double crochet in the front loop. We're still doing the fiddly stuff. We're still doing front loop, back loops, and flip-flopping them for the whole thing from round 7 to 15. So a total of 8 rounds of that. So, and remember, in this pattern, your chain 1 does not count as your first stitch. So that's what we're going to start on next. I will get back to you with further progress. But that's what it looks like so far. Okay, so quick status update on the hat pattern that we're working on. I am almost finished with the second set of instructions, which were the half double crochets in alternating front loop, back loops. It is taking me a little bit longer than normal on this hat. Usually I can finish a hat in a night after I get done with work, depending on the time I get home, which tonight was pretty... Let me not bother you with my glare. Tonight I got back at about 5, so I should technically have been able to finish this hat pattern, but what I'm finding is for the way I hold my crochet hook, which is pencil style, the front loop, back loop is just a little fiddly pattern for me. So it's forcing me to hold it knife style, which is completely not how I normally hold my crochet hook. And for some reason, this ball of the Premier Everyday Deborah Norville yarn is very splitty compared to the last one that I used, which was the same brand, just a different color. This one is just splitting unbelievably on me. So, I have to get ready to not go to work right now, but I have to get ready to go to bed to go to work tomorrow. So, we will meet back up tomorrow for the rest of the hat pattern, which is just more half double crochets, but now we're going to start our decreasing. So we will see you guys tomorrow, and I hopefully should be able to finish it and then put all these clips together. So have a good night, everybody. Okay, everybody, it's Crystal from Coffee Crocheting Cuddles. I did manage to finish this hat. It was a fiddly pattern, and I'm not sure that the pattern was written with the right hook size. And let me explain. Let's bring up the pattern again from Premier. The first thing I noticed, it's calling for Premier Yarns Sweet Roll. And it's calling for a US I9 in parentheses 10 millimeter. I crochet tight. It's telling you to use the size needed to obtain gauge. It's telling you that the hat circumference is 22 inches. I disagree. I didn't even use an I9. Everybody recognizes their clovers, right? This is a 7 millimeter hook. So this is 3 millimeters less than what they called for. Because I looked at that 10 millimeter and I said, there's no way. If I chain 66 for the hat, it's going to swim on me. So, let me set you down here for a second. Oh, a little bit. You might hit the ceiling a little bit here. Trying to show you what I'm talking about here. So when I finished with my 7 millimeter, here's the hat. And I have a big head. This thing is swimming on me. Literally all my hair. I could probably tuck all my hair up in this hat. Here we go. We're going to put it up in a little bit of a quick little messy bun. And we're going to tuck it into the hat. And it doesn't push the hat off at all. And it's like slouchy in the back, and it keeps. See? It's like I could stick plenty of room. Look at all this room. There's no way this was meant for a hook size as big as they're calling for. No way. So I think it's incorrect information on there. It's gotta be. But I didn't write the pattern. I'm just telling you my opinion. I crochet tight. We've all seen that. So I finished it. So after all of your front loop and back loop rounds, round 16 was just half double crochets all the way around. And then 17, 18, 19, etc., were all rounds where you're decreasing the hat to close it. So round 17 was single crochet in 9 stitches and then decrease, which is 2 single crochets together. 9 stitches, 2 single crochets together. Then the next round was 8 stitches, decrease. 7 stitches, decrease. 6 stitches, decrease. 5 stitches, decrease. 4 stitches, decrease. 3 stitches, decrease. So, at the end of that one, which was round 23, they told you to leave a long tail and kind of like weave it in and weave it out and close it. If I had done that, it probably wouldn't have made a slouchy. It would have, because I just kept going. I kept decreasing because I didn't want to close a hole that big with a yarn needle. So I did probably another, let's see, 2, 1, maybe 3 or 4 more rounds where I just kept closing that hole. And I kept going and I kept going until the hole was about that big. Then I cut my yarn needle and I sewed it together. My dogs are like, let's go to bed. So anyways, that was, I would suggest with this pattern to go all the way down to a 6 millimeter hook with a 4-weight yarn and see what you get. Because, I mean, this is ginormous on me. And I have a big head. Then if you want to, after you get to round 23, if you wanted to, just do another row of nice, easy single crochets, and you could have it open in the back as a messy bun hat. But, as my dogs are telling me, it's time for bed. So this is Crystal from Coffee, Crochet, and Cuddles coming to you again with another how to read a pattern, and this is the final result for the hat. I read my pattern, I just altered it a little bit to close it up a little bit different than they had. Have a good night, everybody. Remember to enjoy your coffee, enjoy your crochet, and most certainly enjoy Cuddles. Bye, everybody.